Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are very happy to see you here with us. Today we're gonna be talking about some cool news for Cardano, and at the end of the video we're also gonna touch base on the price and where we think it's going in the near future, so make sure you stay with us till the end.
Yes, we saw yesterday a beautiful, very fun, very interactive conversation between these three guys. Thank you so much to
Crypto Crow.
Oh, Crow. Crypto Crow, who did this awesome interview. Was very fun, but it's like an hour long, so we know that all of you don't have that much time. But if you have time, we will have the link below to this video, because it was a very fun conversation between Crypto Crow and Alex Mashinsky and
Good job, babe.
and Charles Hoskinson. We will call them John, Pedro, and Juan.
Don't mess up with people's names. Come on.
Well, these three people were talking about the possibilities, 2021, and how everything will work for who knows what's coming this year, right? So it's a 1 hour conversation and was very fun. They talk about regulations, they talk about what
Didn't you just said fun?
yeah, but in a fun way.
Regulations.
They talk about the importance of regulations and how they see the future, how they see the opportunities and the vision for each of the organizations, and how they can also interact with each other, which is something that we will talk about today. We have two things that we took from this 1 hour video that we wanted to share with you in case you don't have time, but we recommend you to go to Crypto Crow and watch the whole video because it was very fun. And there are two important things to take from this interview. The first one is that Celsius, that is the company that Alex Mashinsky has, it's so hard, will include ADA, Cardano, in their kind of portfolio, let's say, for 2021. In the second quarter, they are planning to have it available for their clients. What Celsius does, in case you don't know, is kind of an alternative bank. They are regulated by the US as a bank, and they are fully regulated. But what they do is like you can offer your cryptos as a collateral for loans and investments and things like that. So if you want to borrow money, you can put your cryptos as a collateral. It's kind of the whole idea, but it's a person-to-person kind of finance, which is they are giving a very good alternative to banks, because they have a system where you can earn much more interest than the regular banks.
As you know, the bank, when you put in the savings account, they're gonna give you a tiny bit and whatever if, and now it's a big if. And the rest, what they make with the money that work in the background, they put in their own pocket, which here you have the option to make more money. And actually it makes sense to invest, to put like in a savings account through them instead of through your traditional bank and see pretty much nothing.
So that's one thing that is for sure, that they are planning to have it on the second quarter or maybe earlier, that they will have Cardano available for their clients as one of the cryptos that they can use for their investments. And the second thing that we took from this long conversation is that there are options that Celsius is open to the possibility to bring their application that is currently in Ethereum, to bring it to Cardano. But they said, show me, Alex was very clear, show me that
it's possible, that you have all the means for us for an easy sale and transfer, And it will make sense because what happening now, you know that Ethereum, the biggest issue is their huge fees, the long time they take. So as a business owner, he has this project, for him, obviously, he looking how to save on some cost. And they were talking in the interview that a lot of charges that when people transact their currency, he actually pays from his earnings to cover the fees of all these fees that you have, the gas fees.
Yeah.
So for him, of course, he wanna transfer this revenue that he makes, instead of waste it on fees, he would prefer transfer it to you, to the clients, to the customers. That's just how you want to do business, to cut your costs, cut your expenses, and give a better service, make the people happier, which not happening with Ethereum right now.
Yeah, that's what Alex was saying, that the cost is too high, and sometimes it takes them hours to just make one transaction, to complete the transaction. And you know, if you are doing an investment or something and suddenly it's like processing and you're like, oh, where is my money? So they want to avoid that. Right now there is not a solution. Cardano is working in a solution, but we love Cardano. We know that they are working very hard, and it takes long time to do something really good.
We just want to see results. Charles, come on. No.
But for now, it's just talk. So we will see what is coming on the 2021 to see real that all of this that we have been talking all this time about Cardano is already present,
coming together. Yeah. And again, when this option gonna be out there, which we hoping soon eventually that Cardano gonna bring this, then we're gonna see the crazy growth, because if projects have a much better platform, much cheaper, faster, it's a no-brainer. And then when we get there, which we believe it's soon, it's close. We need a lot of patience, but it looks like Cardano, they're the ones that gonna bring this. So we are very excited.
And it's not something that only Celsius is talking about. We also saw it in this interview with that they were interviewing in Real Vision to Carlos Domingo. Carlos Domingo, that he has the Securitize company, is about securities, also DeFi project. He was talking about the same, that currently is too expensive. All these transactions is very expensive for them as a company to be in Ethereum. And he's talking about that they are already looking for other alternatives, that they are thinking of having maybe one full service, but behind the scenes they will have to connect to bunch of different blockchain, because for now it's for them, they say it's very expensive, and also sometimes it takes too long, it get too overwhelmed. And Ethereum have been awesome, but now all these DeFi projects have this problem of the scalability. They cannot continue growing because they don't have the technical support to continue growing. So if Cardano can do that, that we hope that will happen with Goguen, that they will come and say, okay, we are ready, and we will see maybe a lot of DeFi projects, we will start looking for the way to do the transition. And Cardano had to make it very easy for them to transition, that for sure they have been talking about a lot and making it super easy for all these developers to bring their businesses to this new environment where they can continue growing without all this cost and all this headache, because at the end of the day it's an experience for the users, and they are doing everything to make their customers more comfortable. It's already very scary to put your money in something that you don't understand. And plus that have this cost and all these delays that make it even more scary. So they want to avoid all of that. And if Cardano can do it, I think it will happen. I think it will happen.
That's where Cardano goes. And we believe it's going to be happening very soon. Okay, and I think now it's the time just to jump to the price and talk a little bit about what might be happening very soon. Yeah, move out of my square. Hey. Okay, so about the price a little bit. So right now I'm on the weekly chart, and I just want to show here that we are on our RSI is pushing it. We are at 79, but we've seen here before that we reached this area. We had a little bit of a retracement from here, and then we could push even higher, which I think we still can do that. And how it will be resulting in our price action, just want to show here on the daily, will be a little bit easier. So right now we push through our 23 cents resistance, which we can see that was a support resistance back in 2018 around May. You see here it was working as a support. We broke it, then it worked as a resistance. So I believe we might come back to this area to retest it before we continue with our blast off. So take a look at this area. If we break in, we might see a little bit lower prices, but I still believe we're just starting. And again, keep an eye on your RSI on the weekly to see what's happening with this and what will be our next resistance area that will have to be breaking. Let's take a look. It should be around the 27.5 cents. So I'm looking right now at this price area, and probably we're heading to 30. But this is just the short term. In the short term, anything can happen, but we are strongly believe that in the long term, this is going to be just amazing first quarter and second quarter for Cardano, especially the first, because there's so many things happening there. We waiting on Coinbase whenever they decide, and also they were making fun of it on the video that Crow made, and so that was funny. And
everyone waiting for the same.
We all waiting for it, but we believe that it is coming. And patience, like you can see, we've been talking, and a lot of other channels been talking about Cardano way before we did. We started talking around, I don't know, 8 cents, 10 cents, and the profits are amazing, and I believe we're just at the beginning. So very exciting things happening. And I think that's pretty much all we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, we will have the links of these two videos.
Yes.
If you wanna continue learning, go check them. Take a glass of wine, because both of them are a little bit long. I think the with Carlos Domingo was like longer than 1 hour, but it's very interesting. A lot of technical information that you don't need to know. Just try to filter it as much as you want, because they talk tech and sometimes you get confused, but it's very good to get used to all this language. Yeah. So thank you so much. Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year. Yes, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you did like this video. You can hit the dislike if you didn't like it. That's cool. And we'll see you next video. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Adios.